Jada from Republika FM1, and welcome to the second episode of the season 2 of Young Juans. And like we said in the first episode, we are partnering with FOI Youth Ambassadors Program. So welcome once again to the show, our co-host, the FOI Program Training 2 Specialist or Training Specialist 2 from PCOO, Daniel Echeverria. Daniel, say hello to everyone.
Hi, Miss Jada, and hi, Young Juans.
All right, so we'll do the introduction of our guests for this afternoon. So we just wanna, get a feel of the Youth Ambassadors Program. So we have two gentlemen, young gentlemen, with us today for as representative from the FOI Youth Ambassadors Program, right, Daniel? So why don't you introduce the first one and I'll introduce the second one?
So I'll introduce the early bird, Miss Jada. So we'll be having, first we'll be having Dan Rev Carpio from the North Luzon, from Nueva Vizcaya State University. So say hi, Dan Rev.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon.
So, Daniel, can you tell us Daniel's school org and his relationship with the FOI Youth Ambassadors Program?
So, Dan Rev is the head of the Student Council in Nueva Vizcaya University. So, he's also the appointed FOI Youth Ambassador of Nueva Vizcaya State University. So, as I also mentioned in the last episode, he's also invited in one of the projects of our FOI Youth Ambassador in Kalinga State University. So maybe because of his voice, you can observe in this episode that he really has a great speaking voice. So maybe that's it.
Thank you.
Here's Dan.
Okay, so Dan is fourth year Bachelor of Secondary Education. Is that right?
That is
so
correct.
You're graduating this year.
Yes, hopefully.
Okay, let's cross our fingers. Okay, you'll be able to join the virtual march for your school this year, but I'm sure you will. So I'm assuming that classes are not done yet for this year, or are you on vacation already?
No, not
okay,
yet.
Good.
For our university, we
yet.
started late.
Mm-hmm. So you're gonna and graduate late as well.
Yes, exactly, for DJ. We'll be ending around July, I guess.
Okay. All right. That's next month. So less than a month. You'll be fine.
Yes.
You'll be fine. That's not such a long wait compared to when you began last year, I suppose. So our second guest, not really second guest, but our next guest for the second episode, just asking how the Youth Ambassadors FOI Youth Ambassadors Program is. He is from the Eulogio Amang Rodriguez Institute of Science and Technology. I hope I said that right. It's such a mouthful. We have Boniebert Luciano. Hi, Boniebert.
Hello, good afternoon.
Now, Boniebert is a fourth year BS Business Administration. And he is a student trustee, and he is the FOI Youth Ambassador for EARIST. So welcome, gentlemen, to Young Juans. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. So as like what you heard from Daniel, Dan Rev is coming to us from the north, from Nueva Vizcaya, right?
Yes.
While Boniebert is coming to us from the south.
Yes.
Right? From Cavite.
Yes.
And we're all crossing our fingers and our toes and our legs that our internet connection holds.
Yeah.
Okay. What leadership position do you currently hold in your university? Okay, so we already know Dan Rev, but tell us more about your responsibilities as student leader. Dan Rev first.
Sure. For everyone, I am currently the chairperson of the Northern Campus. So we have two campuses here in Nueva Vizcaya. So I am the current chairperson. And because of the pandemic, because I've been the chairperson of the university for almost 2 years now. And also, since we have two campuses, we usually give an alternation when it comes to being or giving the position of the student regency. And right now, we were not able to somehow give it to the other campus because of the restrictions we had. And so right now, I'm still the acting student regent of the university. At the same time, I am also a head of different organizations. So currently, I think the main thing that I'm focusing on would be student government that I'm handling right now, which is the chairpersonship that I have. Also for the Regency, since I'm representing the student body in the board of regents for our school.
Okay, so there you go. That's Dan Rib for you. Now, Boniebert, what is your role in EARIST?
Hey, hi, good afternoon again. So currently, I'm holds a position as a student trustee of EARIST. So same with Dan Rev, we have two campuses, the Manila campus and Cavite campus. So because of our current situation, so we give the holdover capacity. So um, I'm the up until now, since I'm still enrolled uh, in the institution, so I'm still the student trustee and the representative of student in the board of trustees.
Okay, I have a follow-up question for Boniebert. Boniebert, your classes are done or still ongoing, like Dan
Uh,
Rev?
Not yet, ma'am. I'm now taking my on-the-job training here in our school, and the other remaining hours, we conducted webinars to compensate other hours for our on-the-job training, ma'am.
And you're also graduating this year, right? You're in fourth year.
Yes, hopefully.
Hopefully,
Same.
you'll be marching. Okay, we'll pray for you. But you know what? I'm sure you guys will be graduating this year. I have no doubt about that. So, Daniel, why don't you ask the next question?
Okay, so let's now flash back to 2020. So I would just like to
Woo!
know your expectations for the FOI Youth Ambassadors Camp before the actual event. So you first, I think we'll go with Boniebert for now.
Bonnie Bird.
Ay, before um, one thing is I love FOI Ambassadors Cup. Even I'm already 30 years old.
Youth pa rin.
Yes, youth pa rin,
You're
but
youth pa rin. You got 10 years.
yes, but still
You got 10 more years.
well, one good thing about FOI Ambassadors Camp, I love the most is the learnings. Yung learnings mo na pwede namin i-share as a student leader, we can share about transparency. So since we are in state universities and colleges, so we need to share in our co-students, student leaders about the transparency, ma'am. Yes.
Also, okay. So,
Okay.
Miss Jada, since Bonnie Bert already mentioned his expectation or his impression during the program, I'll also ask Dan the same thing. So, Dan, for you,
Okay.
what are your expectations before the actual event, and please share with us also your experience as a participant of the Youth Ambassador Camp Luzon Lake.
Oh, I would gladly do that. So first, expectations before the event. I was really expecting something like a typical convention that we always go to as student leaders, but I was blown away when we arrived because usually we are always gathered in a not so expensive place. Like usually we go to, affordable places to conduct such seminars, and I was really surprised when when we got there, and everyone was so um up on their feet and so organized. So unexpected. I think the FOI exceeded my expectations, and of course, having the exchange of ideas and best practices from different student leaders, across the country. I think that was one that I was looking forward to, which really happened during the ambassadors camp. And aside from that, having this, I was really expecting a platform for us to be able to use and be partnered with, so that when we go back to our universities, would be able to use that to empower others and be able to give, more opportunities for them to see a clear version of, because fake news nowadays, it's all over the internet. And I think that's one that I've been expecting, and the FOI provided that clearly. And my experience during the FOI, I'd say I had it's one of the best events I've attended since I became a chairperson. I attended a lot of seminars and workshops in Baguio City, Palawan, and FOI did it very meticulously, if I'm using the right words for it. Because when we arrived in the venue, like everything was already ironed out. Um, Usually when we go to different events, we see a lot of loss. Like from the registration itself, we encounter a lot of difficulties, and at times, being a student leader, we're pushed to to have this initiative to help them out in organizing what they do. But during the FY, it was, I'd say, if it's a Michelin star, it'd be 5 star for me. So uh,
Wow.
so yeah, it was really, really was a good experience for me, and meeting all the student leaders. I'd say I think that's the highlight of FOI, giving us the time to share each other's practices and be able to learn from each other's experiences. I think that's the best part.
You know what, Daniel? I have to back up Dandrev's statement about the FOI. They really take care of you. In every event that they hold. Oh my goodness! I am
Yeah.
me as well. I am really impressed in the manner in which they conduct their events, their seminars, their awards night. It's one word for it, bonga.
Yeah. Super.
It's really, yeah. Okay, so I guess that pretty much answers the next question that I have. So I'm gonna go jump to question number 4, Daniel. I'm gonna take this one. Please tell us how the FOI Youth Program has helped. Oh, this one's really interesting. How has it helped you as a student? Let's go with Boniebert first. Ay, Boniebert again. Sige, si Danrev naman. Kanina si Boniebert pala yung nauna. Okay, Danrev, you go ahead. Okay. How has it helped you as a student?
As a student, I think it's really important that we have this access to information, especially with our research. Well, I think for everyone to be able to connect, it's not just about research. It's just, maybe you'd like to know something about the government, or would like to verify information that you see in the internet. FOI does a lot of uh, I'd say verification of the right information. So having FOI and being having it open to the public, I think that's really is a good thing to have, knowing that you can trust what's happening. And of course, as a student leader, we should always advocate for battling fake news. It's not just destroying people; it's destroying a lot of organizations. And having FOI helped me as a student to make sure to not believe on those, any random post that I see online. I make sure to verify it first with FOI if it's something meticulously and should be considered to be verified first. And aside from that, again, as I was saying earlier, more on the research part. And it's really helpful. Although, yes, you have to be patient. You have to make sure that you check all the boxes for it to be easier. But again, it's self-explanatory. You can just look for it in YouTube, and it will educate you very easy. And I think that's already is a good shortcut, because when you do it manually, like if you go to, say, if I'm an agriculturist and I go to the Department of Agriculture to ask for, say, data for swine production, I think that would take me weeks, not just weeks, even months sometimes. But with FOI, you
That's
know,
true.
it really gives that not instant, but it's more practical, and it's cost effective. So yeah.
Yes, it's like what Daniel said in the last episode. She wants the byline EEFOI mo yan. Because right now what we say is Google it. You'll find it and you'll Google
Uh-huh.
it. Now she wants us to go EEFOI mo yan, di ba, Daniel? Let's make it a catchphrase. Okay, maybe after the
Right.
second season. All right, so Boniebert, your turn.
Yes. This pandemic created a lot of crimes pertaining to use of social media and other platform. So being part of the Freedom of Information Youth Program, I was able to use my personal account to talk about with the FOI, with the most of my peers or my fellow student leaders on how to feel them somehow to connect them or my fellow constituents or my fellow student leaders on how they connect with their friends, classmates, what is the impact of about the FOI platform. And one thing is uh, FOI when after the youth ambassador camp, yung alam mo yung alagang FOI. Kami alagang FOI kami kasi
Wow.
after after the ambassadors camp, the FOI or especially Ma'am Daniel, disseminate or
Special mention.
um, they connect with us. They say to it if what is our current situation this time of pandemic. How is the student leaders? How is do um, how um, how they can adapt the current situation. So ayun lang sa alagang FOI, iba.
Alagang
Wow. May
FOI. So,
bagong tagline
may
na
follow,
kami.
may follow through, Daniel. May follow through yung FOI ambassador, youth ambassadors program. Ang galing.
That's
Si
so
Miss
true
Jada
po.
mahirap eh. Kapag parang i-house mo lang sila sa camp, tapos
Mhm.
papawalan mo. Actually, delayed pa nga yung follow-through namin because of the pandemic because we have to be empathic with their situation. So, we understand that. Kaya ngayon kaming 2021 bumabawi. And talagang gusto namin bumawi talaga sa kids. Di ba parang kids
Kids.
talaga.
Yes, kids.
Gusto ko yun.
Because you're
Di
only
ba?
20 years old. Yes, you're kids.
Mga kids. Tapos, if I may add, yung EFOI term, so vision yun ni Yusek Chris talaga na maging term na siya na. EFOI niya, like, you can just Google it, you know. Kasi sa US, parang, di ba meron silang FOIA, FOI Act. Ganun yung term nila. Yung, if you have research, ganun na lang, like, you can just FOIA it. Ganun na yung
Wow.
term. So, that's the vision also here in FOI Philippines to have FOI to be just a term.
Wow, that's awesome. Let's go. Let's campaign for that.
Yes, Mrs.
Let's
Jada.
campaign for that catchphrase. So the next question is yours, na Daniel.
So, okay. So, actually, some of you even mentioned, also already answered this question. So, I'll just add. So, as a student leader, how has the FOI Youth program helped you? And also, we would like to know the challenges that you encounter in implementing your projects.
Yeah.
So, who will be first to answer? So, I think it's Bonnie now again.
Rock paper scissors. So si Bonnie naman.
Basically, the challenge is knowing how we as students will benefit from knowing this freedom of information. What is freedom of information? If in the past, we as a student would just carelessly provide any information that is asked of us, whether the personal data or about our organization, we will just parang kumbaga binibigay lang namin without any hesitation. But being informed about this means protecting one's information and rights. So we know the fact na the information we provide can be used against or for us. So um, parang yung naging hindi parang hindi siya naging mas naging masyadong na challenge pa kami sa ganung point. But still para maswerte kami yung grupo namin. Kasi yung Luzon leg. Kasi parang sobrang informed na namin. Alam na namin yung sobrang ang daming information na kumbaga na-stack sa amin doon sa Ambassadors Camp. Tapos yung after Ambassadors Camp, sunod-sunod pa yung mga webinars, free webinars. So ayun, parang unti-unti yung challenge na yon na na kumbaga nalalagpasan namin. Yun.
Oh, okay. So you mentioned one challenge is how to harmonize FOI with Data Privacy Act. So actually, that is also one of the challenges that some FOI officers in the national government agencies are also experiencing. So you're not alone in that. So for now, we would like to hear what Danrev has to say.
Yes po. Truth be told, ano po, because we had and still are experiencing a lot of challenges. What happened after the ambassadors camp? Nag-lockdown kasi agad after the camp. Eh.
Yeah.
Well, when we arrived to campus, we were trying to prepare for different student activities for I think a week. After that week, it was a total lockdown, and still we have our plans with us. We already have the different things we have to check out of the list. However, with the pandemic, um, it was a whirlwind because we have to try to prioritize things. And what happened during those times is um, I had to prioritize the needs of the students because there were a lot of students who were stranded in Nueva Vizcaya from far provinces, and the Cagayan flood happened, and after that a lot more. So the honestly, we kind of like parked our plans for FY just for a bit, and then focus more on the things that we have to address as soon as possible. And now that we're about to end the year, I think the one big help that it has given me is that because we have and we should be able to give out accomplishments as a student leader every year. And FOI is one of our big projects right now. I had a meeting with our
Wow.
university president, and so blessed because our current university president was the previous governor of our province.
Wow, you're so
Honorable
lucky.
Yeah, it's Honorable Ruth Rania Padilla, and
Mm-hmm.
she is the wife of our current governor, and
Mm-hmm.
so I had a meeting with her, told her about the plan of having FOI or having NVSU FOI certified. So
Wow.
Yeah.
and that's what we had during our last meeting. I told her that one of our big projects as student council is to be able to have an FOI hub in the library, and
Mm-hmm.
so that once the face-to-face classes comes back, we students can have an easy access to FOI. Although they can use their phone, but we can have this special section in the library where students, even faculty members that are taking their theses, could go there and research about things that they need, and that's one thing. It's actually going to be a big thing for the next 2 months before I graduate, and of course we are also going to have a meeting with our Sangguniang Kabataan. That's one of the plans that I've also shared to our president. So we'll be connecting with the local government to have this resolution approved. And actually, I would like to give credit to Kalinga State University. They are actually our they're the university that we are benchmarking on, because they've been able to accomplish a lot of things. And I was invited during their one of their sessions, and I said, honestly, I think you are going to be our pattern. We'll be benchmarking
Mm.
on your accomplishments, and I think that's one big help for me as a student leader. And I think it's not just going to be a legacy of our current administration and the officers behind the success, but it's going to be something that will be a remarkable um, gift for the next few generations to come of students, faculty members,
Yes.
researchers in the academe. So I think that would leave a big mark that anyone can now have access to those information through FOI, as we are trying to highlight FOI muna yan. So we'll be doing that in the
Yes.
EFOI.
months.
EFOI.
EFOI mo na yan. Now, that is such great news, no, Daniel, for you to hear. It's like, the fruits of the FOI Youth Ambassadorship Program's labors you can actually see them right now. Speaking to them right now, right, Daniel?
I'm even surprised because, and it also makes me proud that these, I can say kids, that these
Yes.
gentlemen here are
Children.
actually doing, yeah, these children are actually doing something big for their universities that even faculties can
Yeah.
benefit from. So even when they graduate, they actually leave something valuable that can last for maybe years or generations. And that's just amazing. I'm so proud of these kids.
Yeah, so proud of you guys, and then really we're looking forward. Of course, we are gonna in future episodes we are gonna look back to this and check on how they have progressed in the coming months. So we got 5 minutes left in our show, but okay, this one I want to know because you guys have been saying, beyond mugs and shirts and jackets and really nice venues for your camps. Okay, what other benefits have you not mentioned yet? What other benefits are you guys enjoying being part of the FOI Youth Ambassadors Program? Let's do Dan Rib first.
Okay. One thing that really surprised me during the early months of the pandemic, I was, as student leaders, we have to act as soon as possible, especially if there's any need for the students to be addressed. And so, I think we were in the middle of repacking some goods for the ayuda for the students that were left or stranded here in Nueva Vizcaya. No? And then, um, oh my, she's going to kill me. Our oh my, our advisor during the camp, I forgot her name. She's gonna kill me. Anyway,
Yeah, she is going to kill you. We'll find out. We will look at the records
yeah,
and inform
yeah.
her that you on the
I'm
Young
so
Ones
sorry.
podcast on the Republika forgot her
Yeah.
name.
So
Okay, go ahead.
so
But yeah, it's okay.
but she messaged me out of the blue because that's when I think that was during the Cagayan flood, and
Mhm.
she messaged me randomly and said, Dan, okay ka lang ba, okay lang ba kayo? And that immediately set a lot of uh not just standards, but also the connection that we have with FY is not just something that happens during the camp or during the convention or seminar. It happens even outside the without cameras or recordings or whatsoever. FY is always there for us.
Mm.
It's something that really that's why I told myself I'm going to make sure to have this partnership with FY because they don't just not care for us whenever people are around, but also whenever especially during these times, the pandemic itself. I think that's a big relief for a student to know that such a big organization is always there to help us. Ang sabi niya sa akin, sabi niya, Dan, if you need help, if you need contacts, let me know so that we can assist you as soon as possible. And that was just, again, I apologize that I forgot her name. I love her so much. Uh,
You love
But
her, but
yes,
you don't know her name. I'm so scared for your love
I'm
life,
so sorry.
Sandra.
But yeah, with that, FOI is really setting up a high mark for the different organizations that are helping student councils and student leaderships. It's not just about having connections within the seminar or the event. It's having this relationship that would promote a thriving and I'd say more of a productive partnership together. So yes, po.
Oh, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, that made me.
No, but I can attest to this. I can attest to this also. Daniel and let's mention na si Ate Eden and si the Danica. They're very, very, very helpful. At the moment I messaged
Danica,
them about.
Danica.
How about you, Boniebert? Apart
Hi.
from the, I know, apart from the shirts and the jackets and the nice venues for the camp, what are the benefits of being a part of the FOI Youth Ambassadors program?
A part of the fancy accommodation. The merch. Okay,
Oh,
one thing I've learned and parang sobrang yung hindi mo makakalimutan as student leader, yung care nung FOI sa amin. Especially sa hindi lang sa akin, o sa lahat sa amin. Parang even though the time na yun na medyo nahiya ako kasi nung tinanong ko yung mga organizer, mas matanda pa ako. Yung age bracket ko sa 20s lang, tapos sa 30. Pero ang galing nila humawak nung mga kids. Sobrang
okay.
kung paano nila hinandle yung buong camp, after the camp, kahit nasa bahay na kami, kahit may pandemic, kahit may mga personal na, anytime, parang kahit anong oras ka mag-message, request mo, parang puro yes. Parang sabi ko, kailan kaya sila mag-no sa amin?
Pag di na kaya ng budget, kapag pera na.
Kasi parang everything is yes. Tapos parang yung lagi nilang yung naka-focus talaga sila sa amin. Naka-focus sila kung paano nila ma-deliver yung EFOI mo yan dapat lagi. FOI mo yan dapat ganun. So, ayun yung pinakamalaking benefits na hindi lang siguro about dun sa mga merch, sa mga connections, pero yung relationship and yung parang diging ano ba yun? Saludo nag-look up namin sila na ang galing ng group nila. Tapos parang shinare nila sa amin as student ambassador. Ayun. Thank you so much.
I love that, Daniel. And I thank you. Okay, no, I love Daniel that Dan Rev and Boniebert have shared not material things, that they have benefited from the FOI Youth Ambassadors Program. Ako, I'd have to say they always serve good food. That's one of the benefits of working with FOI. They always serve, you'll never go hungry. And when they feed you, it's always good food. I love it. Yeah, that's the more tangible benefits of working with the FOI. But, sad to say, we have no time left for Daniel and I have so many questions for you guys, right, Daniel?
Yes, I'll just send it via messenger.
Yeah, we'll send it via messenger. But the thing is, okay, before we close this episode, we'll give you a chance to do your shout outs and social media accounts and activities that are in partnership with the FOI Youth Ambassadors Program that you have. Yes, because your constituents in EARIST and also in Nueva Vizcaya University, they might be tuned in, listening, or watching this podcast, and your shout out to your friends, to your family, if yeah, right. I'm sure they're watching right now. They're watching you. So let's start with Boniebert.
So I would like to invite everyone to please like and follow FOI Philippines, and also follow me on my Instagram, my Facebook
Yeah.
account, Boniebert Luciano. And also I would like to thanks Ma'am Daniel, FOI, all FOI organizers, and also
Anytime.
Attorney Chris. Thank you so much. To my Kwakidaki group, hello guys.
Wow.
Yung sobrang kulit na grupo. Ayun lang po, and to all EARISTians from EARISTians in Manila campus and Cavite campus. Hello and good afternoon.
Yeah, live from Cavite, ladies and gentlemen, Boniebert. Good luck on finding him on Facebook. It's so hard. But yeah, you can try. Oh, okay. Dan Rip, it's your turn.
Yes, well, to everyone, shout out to my co-officers who's been working hard. I know it's difficult, guys, and I totally understand. But still, you're able to do what you do best, and that's serving the studentry. And for that, I'd say thank you to my family, of course, your support always. And I would like to invite everyone to be in one with us in promoting FOI, and this will always give you the authenticity that we're looking for. And at the same time, if you'd like to verify information and not fall into the trap of fake news, I'd say FOI is always there. That's why let us promote and, of course, make the hashtag FOI mo na yan famous. And thank you so much again for everyone. And thank you for tuning in po.
Okay, so Daniel, any messages to the kids?
I'm still overwhelmed this late actually. So my message for Dan and Bonnie is, of course, good luck to your graduation. So whatever thesis or research that you're finishing, we believe that you can graduate with flying colors. And we also look forward for a successful career for both of you. Just know that FY is always here for you, even if you graduate, even if you leave your university. You're still part of our family. You're still our partner.
Hugs,
Okay,
virtual hugs.
Daniel, since
Yes.
virtual hug.
Hug.
Yes, huddle. Okay, Daniel, since you know that we are trying to reach out to our student leaders in Visayas and Mindanao, let us know, tell our viewers how they can reach FOI.
Okay, so if you're a student leader or student council president of your university, or you're the editor-in-chief of your campus school paper, and you're interested to be one of our FOI Youth Ambassador, just message your intent at foi.pco@gmail.com. And you also have my name here on the screen, so maybe you can just message me up on Messenger. I'm not that private anyway. We welcome you with open arms.
Public.
Yeah. But
Okay,
just for FY
so once
ambassadors.
again,
Yeah, just for FOI ambassador. So once again, what's the Gmail of FOI, Daniel?
The Gmail is foi.pco@gmail.com. So just message foi.pco@gmail.com. So there.
All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Daniel from FOI, from the FOI Youth Ambassadors Program. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to Dan Rev and to Boniebert. Again, yes, good luck on your graduation. We're sure you're going to graduate. That's for sure. So that's it. We are ending episode 2, season 2 of Young Ones. Please follow, hit like on our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Young Ones PH. And of course, keep on listening, Republika FM1, and message, comment, and tweet, or send in your requests at Republika FM1 Manila on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and at Republika FM1 on Twitter. See you guys next episode. Bye-bye.
The Radio Republic of the Youth, Republika FM1, brings you Young Ones Season 2 in partnership with Freedom of Information Philippines and the FOI Youth Ambassadors Program. Young Ones. Wednesday nights only on Republicast, on Republika FM1 Facebook page, Spotify, and YouTube.